In Miss Marvel and Wolverine, we catch up with Kamala as she's visiting the X-Men base, which happens to be a futuristic treehouse in the middle of Central Park. Now, as she's taking in the scenery, she notices Wolverine, who gives her a cold glare, but we all know that's just Wolverine being Wolverine. The next thing Kamala knows, something flies by her extremely fast and penetrates the X-Men treehouse, so Kamala goes to investigate because she's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, but as she's investigating, Rogue and the Phoenix pull up on her. Now Rogue confronts Kamala because Rogue is like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But instead of wasting any time, the Phoenix simply reads Kamala's mind. Not sensing any ill intent, they ease up on Kamala a little bit as Wolverine approaches and discovers Kamala has found some kind of robotic bug. Now this bug shocks Kamala and then penetrates Wolverine's shoulder, but as the bug exits Wolverine, Phoenix throws up a barrier and then Rogue punches the bug into oblivion. As everyone's standing around trying to figure out what the hell just happened, unfortunately, the trouble has just started as an entire swarm of robotic bugs has just entered the vicinity. Now Kamala, Wolverine, and Jean Grey get ready to deal with the robotic bugs, but Cyclops also pulls up on them in order to lend a helping hand. Now after they deal with the robotic swarm, Cyclops, Jean, and Rogue are just like peace as they have official X-Men business to deal with. That leaves just Kamala and Wolverine, and as Kamala is trying to figure out why Wolverine didn't go with the group, Wolverine states that he's not one of them. But as Kamala and Wolverine are conversating, Wolverine smells trouble. Minutes later, Wolverine and Kamala are getting swarmed by robotic insects. As Wolverine and Kamala are getting overwhelmed by the sheer number of the bugs, Storm shows up just in time to lend some much needed firepower in the form of electricity. As Storm joins the battle, more X-Men show up in order to back up Kamala and Wolverine, but even with 4 X-Men and Miss Marvel, the group is still getting overwhelmed by the sheer number of the robotic bugs. As the X-Men and Miss Marvel are engaging the robotic swarm, Kamala finally comes up with an idea, but she tells Wolverine that he's not gonna like it. Wolverine is almost immediately like, "Yep, I definitely don't like this idea," but Wolverine lures the bugs away while the group is encased in a shield, and using his body as a conductor, he lets Storm shock him and takes out the swarm in one foul swoop. As the comic ends, we get a glimpse of some of the robotic bugs that managed to get away and return to a laboratory in the city. It would appear these bugs were bringing back samples of the X-Men for some unknown menace. To be continued.